Hi everyone and welcome to lesson 35. My name is Danielle. Thank you for joining me. Let's remember back to lesson 34 when we explored estimating and we learnt that we can estimate using what we know and what we can see. Now, we know that estimating is not just randomly guessing. We talked about some strategies that we can use when we estimate. Remember we practiced estimating by visualizing, we estimated by comparing objects, and we estimated by comparing and then adjusting. How did you go with your home task? What did you do? I'd like to share what I did. Here, I was looking at my glue stick and I was using Unifix cubes. My estimate was that this glue stick would be 7 Unifix cubes tall. And then I measured and it was 6 Unifix cubes tall. Then I looked at a pair of scissors and I was measuring the length. My estimate was that it was 8 Unifix cubes long. I measured and it was 11 Unifix cubes long. Here, I was estimating how long the sticky tape dispenser was. My estimate was 10 Unifix cubes long, and the measurement was 10 Unifix cubes long. All this practice made me become more accurate. When you were estimating, did you use any of those strategies we talked about? Did you visualize? Or did you compare? Or maybe you compared and then adjusted. Great work. Our learning intention today is to use what we know about measuring length to solve a problem. Let's get our brains ready for some maths learning. I have made a Duplo tower. Let's count how many blocks tall it is. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My tower is 10 blocks tall. Now, if I wanted to make a tower double the size of this one, how many blocks would I need? Can you use your knowledge of doubles here? Remember, doubling means to use the same number again. So if this tower is 10 and we were to double it, 10 and 10 is 20. Shall we check? This is a tower of 10. This is another tower of 10. Let's join them and count. I'm going to skip count here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Well done. Let's try another one. Now, that's not quite even. It was 10 on each. That's better. So if this was my original tower, now if I wanted to make a tower half the size of this one, how many blocks tall would it be? Let's think about half. Remember half being 2 equal parts. We know that 10 is made of 5 and 5. So if I wanted a tower half the size of this one, how many blocks tall? That's right, 5. We can check. Oh, that's not half. That's better. Well done. Now, my son loves driving his cars around and he's started to build a town. But what's missing from his town is he wants a bridge so that the roads can connect. Now, have you seen a bridge before? I'd like to show you a picture. So this is a picture of a bridge. Can you see the cars driving under? So I need your help. Today, I want to design a bridge for my son so that we can add it to his town. Now, the bridge needs to be smaller than a piece of paper, like this. But it also needs to be taller than this car so that he can drive it under. Can you help? Fantastic. To make sure that we are accurate, let's measure the length and the width of the paper and the height of the car. So I'm going to estimate first. Now, I'm going to use Unifix cubes as my informal measuring tool. Now, I'm going to visualize what one Unifix cube looks like. And my estimate is, I'm going to say 10 Unifix cubes long. Let's measure and check. We have to remember our top tips. So we know that first we're measuring the length, okay? Our uniform, informal measuring tool is Unifix cubes. Our no curvy lines, no gaps. Let's get started. Okay, oh, here's 4 already. I'm going to line it up nice and straight, starting at the beginning. Okay, how accurate will my estimate be? I wonder. I'm going to line them up first, then count. Okay, maybe one more. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's record this. So here's my paper. And I know that the length of it is 15 Unifix cubes long. Okay, so my estimate was 10. Okay, now let's estimate and measure the width. So I know that it's not going to be longer than 15 or more than 15. So I'm going to estimate that maybe the width might be 10 Unifix cubes wide. Let's check. So let's line them up here. Remembering no curvy lines, no gaps, no overlaps. Move this one out the way. Okay, what do we think? Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I must be getting more accurate. So let's record that. So the width of the paper was 11. Okay, let's measure how tall our bus is. Now I'm going to visualize one Unifix cube and I'm going to estimate that this bus might be 2 Unifix cubes. Shall we measure? I'll try 3. No, look at that. Oh, very accurate. So let's draw our bus. And the wheels. Now, it was 2 Unifix cubes tall. I'm going to write that here. So 2 Unifix cubes tall. Now I'm just looking up here. Now mathematicians know that they can always go back and add more detail. I just wrote 11. That doesn't tell us much. I'm going to add more. We were using, I forgot one of my top tips. I forgot to say the unit. So let's add that in now before I forget. So that was 11 Unifix cubes wide. That's better. Now, we know that our bridge needs to have less length and width than the paper and more height than the car. So let's take off some of these Unifix cubes now because it needs to be shorter. Now, my bridge needs to have a narrower width than this paper, so let's take some off. Okay, now the cars need to be able to drive under. So my bridge needs to be taller than this bus. So we're not going to take Unifix cubes off, we're going to add some to give it more height. I'm going to add another 2. So my bridge will be tall enough for it to fit under. Let's draw it. I'm going to use my Unifix cubes to help me. So this is how tall my bridge will be. I'm going to place it here and draw. That is one side of my bridge. Now, how long will my bridge be? Let's use these. I'm going to place them there and very carefully draw. A little bit more. Okay, and to make sure we're accurate, let's use our Unifix cubes again to do the other side. And that's my bridge. Now, let's check that I was accurate. Does my bridge have less length and width than the paper? Let's check. Yes, there's the length and there's the width. Okay, now my bridge needed to have more height than the bus. Let's check that. Yes, my bridge has more height than the bus. It is taller than the bus. Great job. Your home task is to find a piece of paper. Measure it using something you have at home, like toothpicks. After measuring, draw your own bridge that is smaller than the paper. Now, your bridge needs to be taller than a toy car. If you don't have a toy car at home, perhaps you could estimate by comparing an object of a similar size. Now, don't forget to draw a bridge that has less length and width than the paper and more height than the car. Today, we have used what we know about measuring to design a bridge. We've used our top tips. Now, I'm going to go and build a bridge for my son. You might like to do this at home if you have something to build with, like Duplo or blocks or boxes. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.